Hello, my name is Tom. I'm a librarian here at Medaille College. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about what the library has to offer you. We're going to talk a little bit about the catalog, searching for books and videos. We'll talk a little bit about the databases, locating articles. Talk about this tab for journals, which would be locating specific journal titles. Over here we'll talk a little bit about the topic guides, citing sources. Then lastly I'm going to talk a little bit about how to get in touch with us if you need help. This particular tutorial will be somewhat general in an overview. We'll have some more detailed tutorials for searching the database or searching the catalog that you can also access. The first thing I'm going to talk about is searching the catalog. The tab here for catalog, and then the search box down here. You can do a keyword search, you can do a specific title search, author search, etc. Typically, if you're looking just for a broad search, you can leave it as a keyword search. I'm going to just show you real quick a search on organizational behavior. I'll type the term in and then hit search. As you can see, there are 514 results for the search term organizational behavior. If you scroll down, you'll see some of these are physical books in our Amherst library. Some of them are physical books in our Buffalo library. And then we have an awful lot of online books, which will be helpful for you. I'll click on one of these to show you what's there. If you click on the title, you will be prompted to connect to the electronic book. Click on the link, and the book will come up in this particular one, EBSCOhost. We have a couple of different ebook platforms. Don't worry about that. You'll just see the book available. You can scroll down and see the table of contents, and then click on any one of those sections, and the book will load right in your browser. Again, you can go scroll page to page and read the book online. Frequently, people might not want to read a full book online, but what you may look to do is just pick up a chapter, a section, one part of a book where you're supporting an argument, etc. Sometimes you can even find some textbooks or introduction books that are also useful to your studies here at Medaille. So take a look at that catalog, see what's available to you. Going back to the college homepage, the next thing I'm going to talk about, we looked at the catalog, we're going to look at the databases. This is for locating articles. Again, you can search through the different databases by subject. If you know the database that you're looking for, you can browse by title. Up here are some of the popular ones. EBSCOhost and ProQuest are some of our general database providers. What I'm going to do is just show you a very quick search in the database EBSCOhost. One of the reasons why you want to choose the correct database is that the different databases have different subject coverage areas. This particular database is Academic Search Elite, and this is a general database. If you click on this Choose Databases, you will see a number of other databases provided by EBSCOhost that might be more specific to the subject you're researching. Business Source Elite, Psych Articles, ERIC for Education. So again, depending on what your subject is, you want to choose the correct database first, because that's going to help you be more specific and return more relevant results. Again, I'm going to just do a quick general search in Academic Search Elite, and I'm going to search on the topic of the role that leadership plays in affecting employee morale in schools. Now what I don't want to do is type that long search string out on that first line. You can see there's 3 lines available. They're combined by either an and or an or a not. And would narrow my search down, or would expand my search. Not also narrows it down. Over here it says select a field. It's optional. If you're just doing a general search, you can just leave it there. If you're doing a more specific search, like a specific author or a title, you can obviously narrow it down this way. I'm going to leave it as optional. Again, what I want to do is I want to pick out some of the keywords from what I was talking about. So the keywords in this would be leadership, morale, and schools. So the first line I'm going to type in leadership and hit search. Now, as you can see, there are 120,000 results for the term leadership. What I want to do is I want to narrow it down to get a little bit more specific to what I am talking about. And again, I was talking about employee morale and also employee morale in schools. So the next thing in here I will put in is morale. Hit search. And now you can see how that went from the large number down to 459 results. And then the last thing in here, again, I was talking about schools. So I'll add schools as my next search term, hit search, and now I'm down to 142 results. So you can see I went from 120,000 results down to 42 results by adding those extra keywords in there. You can refine your search a little bit more. Over here you see on the left-hand side some other ways to refine your search. The first one over here I'm going to show you is full text. As you can see, some of these articles say interlibrary loan via Iliad. Some say full text is available. If it's an interlibrary loan article, it does take about a week to get that article. So if you're working on a project and you need the article right away, you may need to limit it to full text. And now I'm down to 66 results. The other thing I'm going to mention here is the scholarly journals. Sometimes what you want to look for when you're doing academic research are academic journals. So another term for those are scholarly journals or peer-reviewed journals, just illustrating how you can further refine a search. And now you see we have 33 results. So we went from about 120,000 results down to 33 results. Now you can scroll through these, and with luck, you'll find an article in here that talks about how leadership affects morale in schools. So as you scroll back up, the relationship between high school principals' leadership and teachers' morale. It's going to be a full text article from a scholarly journal. Perfectly what I want. So if you clicked on that, you'll see a slightly more in-depth citation. You'll see the authors, the source, the Journal of Instructional Psychology, the abstract, which is a short summary of what that article is about. And on this one, as you scroll down, you can see the full article here. Some of the other articles would be PDF. You can click on the PDF and read the article that way as well. Again, you can save it. You can email it to yourself. There is a citation button here. It does work. Just be careful when you're using that. It doesn't always work perfectly. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the library homepage. I'll click up here. And the last two things I want to talk about, I mentioned here locating a specific journal. So if you clicked on a specific journal and you want to know if Madai had access to it, you can enter the title of the journal in here. I'm going to just do a quick search on Harvard Business Review. And hit search. And you will see over here that Madai has access to Harvard Business Review in a number of different databases. But the one that's going to be useful to us is this Business Source Elite from 1985 to the present. We'll hit click on Business Source Elite and we'll be linked to that database. Then what we can do is we can search within the publication, or we can browse a specific issue. So if you want to go to the October issue of Harvard Business Review, you can click on it there. And then you can see that it'll bring up all the different articles that were available within that particular issue. And again, you can scroll down and then click on any one of these and be able to read that particular article. So that's how that journal locator feature works. The next couple of things I want to mention, first are the topic guides. If you click on topic guides, you'll see a number of different subject areas. And I had mentioned earlier, when you're looking at databases, they're subject-specific databases. So if you don't know which database to use, click on the subject guides, and you can see each one has the business and finance databases. Again, this was the business and finance subject guide. And it tells you which databases are useful for searching topics in business and finance. Again, any of the different subject guides will tell you which database to look in that's going to be most useful for your particular topic. Underneath topic guides is citing sources. If you click on that, You will see links for MLA, APA, Chicago style, etc. Click on the APA citation help, and you'll see another one of these subject guides. This one's for APA style guide. And you could see an introduction, tabs for the formatting, in-text citations, APA reference list, what that should look like, APA citation examples. You can see here print sources, scroll down electronic sources. This is what a lot of students end up using. Again, retrieved from a particular database. So you can see that these examples are in here. And if you need further help, APA links and further help is over here. The first one here that says the Purdue OWL, this is a really good resource to use when you're looking for additional help on APA style. If you click on that, you'll see that there's many different guides here for APA help. So if you have questions about how to cite something or what it's supposed to look like in text citations, etc., go ahead and check out the Purdue OWL. It's a very good site for additional help on APA style. And then the last thing I mentioned I was going to talk about in this brief introduction is getting in touch with the librarians. If you click on this Ask a Librarian link, you'll see a number of different ways to get in touch with us. The first one is an online chat. So when the library is open, we have this online chat available. You can just click on there and it's an instant message back and forth to the library. Below it says send us a message. You can just put your name, email address, and your question. You can select your campus. Again, if you're an online student, you select online. Hit submit and we'll get back to you and respond to your question that way. Again, if you have a question, you can also give us a call at one of the libraries. Or this last one is a 24/7 reference service. Again, it might not necessarily be a Medaille librarian that would answer your question, but it would be an academic librarian that would be able to help you point you in the correct direction, whether it's choosing the correct database, choosing the correct subject terms to search, etc. So if you have any questions, there are multiple ways to get in touch with us. Again, thank you for your time today, and there are some other more in-depth tutorials on searching the databases or searching the catalog, etc. You could take a look at those as well. Again, this was just kind of a general overview of what the library has available to you. Good luck on your searching, and if you have any questions, please get in touch with us. Thank you.